All right, hi there everybody. Welcome to the big day. It is the big reveal of my Cut Pact. And I'm Rose Lounsbury. I am your simplicity coach. I'm here with my 3 kids and I'm gonna let them introduce themselves because I know that you don't see them on these Facebook Lives. You see me, but you don't see them. So we'll start with technically the oldest here. Here's the oldest.
Hi, I'm Orlando. And if Mom gets her hair cut, it will be by me.
Now he's got the shaver out. So this is the one that really was making me very nervous. And then the next, the middle child is Mercedes. Mercedes, what do you think is going to happen today? Haircut or cake cut?
I hope it's a cake.
You hope it's a cake. Yeah.
I don't want it to shear off your head.
Yeah, I don't want you to shear off my head either. Would you do that to me if it is a haircut? Would you cut my hair off?
No.
I think Rolanda will do it for you.
Yeah,
I'd give you the horseshoe.
The horseshoe. Why don't you? Well, we'll talk about that in a moment. This is my youngest here.
I'm Reese, and I kind of want it to be a cake, but scissors will fine too.
Scissors are fine too. He's okay.
They'll be fine.
They'll be fine either way. So I said that birth order, but those of you who don't know me, they are triplets. So they are all, how old are you guys?
11.
11. They'll be 12 in about a month, so a month and a half. So these are my kids, and I did want to start off by giving just a little bit of background info on what this is for those of you who might be new, who might not have been following me for a long time. So about 6 weeks ago, I decided that I was going to finish a draft of my second book, and I needed to do it. I wanted to do it, but I've been procrastinating on it for about 2 years. And I got this idea to create something called a pact, and it was from this book. It's called Indistractable, and it's by a guy named Nir Eyal. And in this book, he talks about pacts and the pact that he made with himself because he was not working out regularly, and he had a gym in his apartment building. He's like, I had no actual excuse to work out, but I kept finding reasons not to work out. He decided that he was going to get a paper calendar and tape a $100 bill to the calendar, and then he bought a small lighter. And he said every day that he burned calories in the gym, he checked it off on the calendar. But the days if he didn't burn calories in the gym, he had to take that lighter and burn the money. And he said as a result of that pact, he didn't miss a day of working out in 3 years. And I thought, wow. And it actually, the science behind this is the negativity bias that humans have, which means that losing hurts more than winning feels good. We're actually really motivated by the fear of losing something. And we don't always think of that, but it's really true. The fear of something bad happening will actually motivate us a lot more. It feels worse than when we win and we get the thing that we're looking for. So anyhow, so I thought, well, let me think of something that I could do to have a pact with myself to get me to finish the book. And so I came up with the idea that if I didn't finish the book by the end of May, I would let my children cut my hair live today in front of all of you. And if I did finish the book, we would celebrate by cutting a cake. So inside this box are either hair cutting implements and maybe a box of tissues for me to cry, or, oh, yeah, some of the things are here, or there's a cake, and nobody knows except me what it is, so these guys don't know. So I'm going to give each of you, we're going to do a little bit of a vote, and I'm going to have you guys vote too. I'm going to give each of my kids a fork and a pair of scissors, and I want you to imagine that you have a fork in one hand and scissors in the other. And so kids, I'm going to have you vote. You're going to hold up which one you think we'll be using today. If you think it's the fork, hold up fork. If you think it's scissors, hold up scissors. Let me see. Oh, we've got 2 forks and 1 scissors. So I'd love you guys in the chat to let me know what you think. Do you think that we're going to be seeing forks or scissors? If you could type in the comments what you are hoping to see here today or what you expect to see. Are you going to see the forks or are you going to see the scissors? And I would just love to see some comments from some of you to know what you are thinking is going to happen today. I'm going to hope that it's forks. I'm going to hope that it's forks as well. So I also wanted to tell you guys a few of the lessons that I learned by doing this pact, because this was really something that I've never done before. And so some of the things that I learned, the first is that this is actually really motivating, especially at the beginning. I was getting up at like 5 in the morning or 6 in the morning, and I have never willingly gotten up that early to do something like this. I'd only ever gotten up that early when I was like paying for a workout class that I knew if I didn't show up that I felt like I was wasting the money on the class. Again, the negativity bias. So I did find this to be very motivating. I also felt like it really increased my productivity. So I found that because I had the threat, I actually in the mornings when I got up, I would think of this one right here of Orlando with the scissors. And, as you can see, you would probably be motivated by the thought of this kid with scissors near your hair as well. So I was much more productive with the time that I set aside than I normally am. And I really think a key too is having the external accountability. So having accountability from telling people in this group, from emailing my email list, from telling people that this was going to happen, all of that added to me feeling like, okay, this is something that I really need to do. Because it was really scary to send this to my email list, which has thousands of people, and say that I was going to do this. It was probably one of the scariest emails that I ever sent. And then another thing that I did that I found was really helpful for this was I created what I call a safety valve. So I booked an Airbnb for myself in the middle of May. So I booked it for the middle of May because I thought, okay, if in the event by the middle of May, like I really need to knock this out, I'll have 3 days in this Airbnb where I won't have my kids as much as I love them, and I can just focus on getting this done. And, I did get that Airbnb and it was wonderful. However, I had to cut it short because we had an unexpected loss. My husband had to go to a funeral, and so I had to come back early. So my safety valve was helpful, but it was also shorter than I had expected it to be. But those are some things, if you're thinking of doing something in your life and you have a big goal, a pact like this, I think, would be something to consider, right? Because a lot of times when I've made goals in the past, I just sort of keep it quietly in my own heart and I don't really tell anybody about it. And then, no surprise, I don't actually do it. So telling people about this really was something that made a big difference for me. So, are you guys ready?
Yeah, can I pull it?
Are you ready? Those of you who are watching.
Wait. I thought you were gonna explain what the horseshoe was.
Oh yeah. Okay. I want Orlando to explain. So Orlando is obviously the one who's most interested in making sure this is a haircut. Orlando, what is the horseshoe?
The horseshoe is like when people are going bald, like usually it's like the top first. And so like there's only hair like on the sides. So, and there's a whole bald spot in the middle.
So the hair on the sides like this kind of looks like a horseshoe.
Yeah.
Yeah. What other haircuts were you considering for me?
I consider just a straight line down the middle.
Just like a racing stripe?
Yeah.
Okay. Very nice as well. So racing stripe. Mercedes, what about you? What do you think would be a good haircut for me? What would be a good looking haircut for me? No answers. She's just looks fearful. I think she doesn't want the haircut. How about you, Reese? What would you, if you had to, because you might have to in like a minute here. What would be your plan?
So you have those like kind of rubber band thingies around your wrists. I would just put one of those, tie it into like a ponytail, and snip that off.
Just put my hair in a ponytail and just snip it off. So we've got some really good haircuts. I'm guessing these kids are not going to be enrolling in hairstyling school anytime soon. I don't think that the styling world is ready for these styles quite yet.
Can I?
All right, so we are going to do the reveal. We're going to start. Orlando, would you like to remove? Okay, there's something on the top here. Why don't you take this out and let's see what's in here.
Is it? I think it's.
Oh! Oh! It's a big pair of scissors!
Use this to cut what's inside.
Oh, it says use this to cut what's inside. Hold on. So I'm going to lift this up. Okay, you take that away. You take that away. So let's see what's inside. Let's see what's inside.
Okay.
It is a cake. And who does it look like?
You.
It looks like me. All right, I'm going to very carefully turn this so you all can see it. It looks like me and it says, you did it! Yay! Awesome. All right, so we're going to try Joy to use these big scissors.
Let's just use my fork too.
Let's
to cut
use a
these.
knife.
We're not gonna just dig in with forks. Reese, why don't you go get some plates? Go get some plates. So we're gonna see. We're gonna see if this
knife.
will work.
It
I
might.
think a knife.
Let's see. I was thinking maybe I could rip these apart. They might be stronger than they look.
Can I try?
Oh, you know what? There we go. I can open them up bigger.
That's
Alright.
4 plates.
Got some plates? Okay.
Smells so good.
So what do you guys
Mom.
think? Should I cut I think I'm gonna cut the hair part.
Yeah, since that would no, can I cut the hair part?
No!
I think I get to. I finished a book. I finished a book in. There we go. Josh has a good idea. I will tell you guys. Actually, I finished it in about a month. Like that's the crazy thing. 40,000 words in 4 weeks. Like I can't even believe. I was telling my husband, I'm like, I cannot believe how productive I could become when I was motivated by this. Like this was extremely motivating for me. All right, so we're gonna use the scissors, the big scissors, not to cut my hair, unfortunately, Orlando. So if anyone else wants a haircut, I think Orlando, how much do you charge?
I charge 2 cents.
2 cents. If you need a 2-cent haircut, Orlando will hook you up with the horseshoe. You can choose from the horseshoe or the racing stripe,
No.
whichever one. All right, so here we go. We're gonna see how this works. We're gonna try to cut a piece with this. Oh boy,
This is very bad.
this is great.
How are you supposed to cut with it?
Can I?
It's a giant plastic thing of scissors.
Oh, Reese, you have no sense of drama.
Yeah, Reese, you're a hater.
All right, this works.
Yeah, it works perfectly fine.
Okay,
Light numero
cutting the cake. Ooh,
I
it's
think
one of those things you can't really practice ahead of time.
maybe you should just get.
Okay, here it comes. Here it comes. The first piece is always the hardest, right?
Yep.
All right, we'll give this one to Mercedes because she was the one who was going to be the nicest to me.
Will I get last?
Guessing so.
So guys, every one of you who showed up today, I do just want to say thank you so much. Oh, see, this one came out easy. For all your support. I got so many wonderful emails from people about this. So much encouragement because when you're trying to do something really big and kind of scary, having people support you just makes such a difference. So I am just so grateful to all of you who, even if you just said you can do it, you're showing up today, supporting me, it makes a big difference to me. Hey Reese, will you go get me a fork too? I gotta eat some of this. I also wanted to tell all of you, some people are probably wondering well, when can we read the book? Because the book is written, but that doesn't necessarily mean it's available yet. So for this book, this is my second book. My first book, I did kind of a self-publishing route. This one I want to do a traditional publishing route. So now that it is written, I am looking for a literary agent to help me get it published. So I'm out there, I'm sending query letters. It's this whole different process, which is really exciting and fun. So if any of you have connections in the publishing world and you might know a literary agent, or you could connect me with someone who might be helpful in helping me get this book out into the world, I would love if you would message me or comment on this video, and I would love a connection to someone who could help me get it published at a traditional publishing house. So thank you if you can. So I'm hoping that the sooner I can get myself in front of the right person, that I can get this book out and you can read it. And if you're curious what it's about, I'm not going to tell you everything, but this book, my first book, if you've read it, it's called Less Minimalism for Real, and it's about decluttering your home, decluttering your stuff, right? Dealing with the physical things like the towels and the tools and all of that, your clothing. This book is more of an internal look at decluttering some of the things in our minds, our busyness, our overscheduled lives, our lack of sleeping. So it takes a different approach to decluttering, but a lot of it is similar in that we are letting go of things that maybe mentally and emotionally are holding us back. So you guys have heard me talk about some of this kind of stuff on this page and on my blog. So I'm really excited about this topic for this book. And I also wanted to let all of you know who are on this page that I'm starting a challenge on June 1st on this page, and it's related to decluttering. And if you are new to this page or you've been around a while, this is a really fun challenge. It is called the Clear Surface Challenge. And some of you who've been here a while might have done this before. I did it a couple years ago. But basically what's going to happen is June 1st, so Tuesday, I want you to clear off a surface in your house. Like pick a surface in your house that's always cluttered, there's always stuff on it, and it really, really bugs you, pick a surface like that, clear it off, and take a picture of it. Post that picture as a new post on this page on June 1st. Then every day for the rest of the month, I want you to take another picture of it looking cleared off. So the idea is you get in the habit of every single night, every single day, clearing the space, taking the picture, posting the picture as a comment underneath your original picture. So by the end of the month, wow, you guys made very short work of that cake. They like cake. By the end of the month, you'll have 30 some pictures underneath your original picture. And the goal is to get you in the habit of regularly clearing off a space so that, if you do something for 30 days, it does become a habit. And if, maybe the kitchen island has always been kind of a dumping ground, by the end of June, the kitchen island could no longer be a dumping ground because you'll be in the habit of every day regularly clearing it off. So it's called the June Clear Surface Challenge. It starts June 1st. And I would love every single person on this page to participate because it's just a really fun and easy way to see a noticeable difference in your home. And if you really want to do it, you can do more than one space. You're not limited to one, but my goal is for you to just pick one. All right, everybody, I just want to say again, thank you so much for being part of this Cut Pact Reveal. I hope that you are eating cake as well, wherever you are, because everyone should have cake. It's Friday. It's a long weekend here in the States. Cake is delicious, so have some cake if you haven't had cake yet today. I'm so excited about the book. I'm excited for you all to read it. I know that the right people are going to come into my life to help me get it out there into the world so you can have it in your hands and you can read it. And I am just so grateful for each and every one of you for being here with me today and being on the simplicity journey with me. And thank you to my kids for eating cake and for scaring me with the threat of haircuts into doing something that really was meaningful to me. So thank you guys. We're going to buzz the buzzers again. And I will be seeing all of you soon. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Can I have another piece of cake?
Oh, I'm so sugary.
Can I?
I would like a thinner piece.
You got to click that.